Live on YouTube. All right. I think I may have solved the problem. Apparently there was no audio the whole time. Yeah. I think I may have solved the issue there, but we'll keep her going. Appreciate the tip, but at least there's been video, so there's that. As you guys can tell, 1-0 is our score. Mark McIntosh opened in the scoring. What I was about to say before I figured out that the audio was not working is that if you take one look at the benches here, if you look at the benches just on that merit alone, it's like, you know, the Rocks bench has a lot more bodies on it. So that's one thing here, but the Rocks are going to bring this up the ice and shoot it in, and they're going to go in after it. Like I say, I think we figured out the audio thing. It's not on my channel, it's the Rocks channel. Big hit at the blue line there, delivered by Ben Schock, number 11. He's a big boy. I guarantee he's over 7 feet. That's number 10, Jason Castellan, who he was mixed up with as the puck is in the neutral zone there, and Elora's going to gather it in their own end. Hamilton grabs it for Elora. He'll fire it ahead, and it's tipped in. And this one's right in on Knowles, who's going to play it away. Off the bench is Sean Lantz. He's going to play it ahead. Lantz is going to get it back and go across center. He'll take it all the way into the Petrolia end. Shoots, glove save. Knowles, and he'll hang on. He'll hang on and get a stoppage. I think I fixed it. I'm not 100% sure of that, though. Oh, there we go. Loud and clear, he says. So, it's working now. So, whatever I did, I guess I fixed it, but I didn't. Like, it's so hard to figure out if there's a problem when everything looks good, you know? Like, unless you have somebody telling you. Shout out to Jordan McKinnon for that message. Appreciate it. There's a shot. Big save by Knowles. And it's to the line, kept in by the Rocks. This will be fired into the corner where McCormick and number 2 of Petrolia, that's Evan Wams, or Wamis, and it's fired in. So we have a 1-0 score here. Mark McIntosh, the Elora goal scorer, and we have 15:45 to play here in period number 1. Andrew Rogers is on the play-by-play with you, live at the Elora Rocks YouTube channel. That's Elora Rocks _OEHL. Great to be here with you for OEHL playoff action. This is the South Division and second round, as there's a icing call against the Squires. Like I said, second round action in the South Division with Petrolia leading after taking game 1 last night 5-3. They lead in this best of 7, 1-0. So we'll get a face-off here to the right-hand side of Knowles. And you can already tell how chippy the game is. That one's right on Knowles. It's still loose. Petrolia gathered it, and one of the Rocks players, the goal scorer, McIntosh, looked like he took that to the face. In his Petrolia, no shot on Dunn, who I don't think he's faced a puck yet in this hockey game. Lantz has it now for Elora. He'll try and get away to the blue line. It's sent across. Up ahead, nice pass to Utley. Looking for Lantz, it hit his skate, and Elora's going to get this puck out. McLean up there looking for it. Couldn't get there. So, just so anybody who's watching is aware, Clayton Holzer was suspended 3 games after last night's actions. Ryan Maximic suspended for 1 game for the Rocks, number 88. So, that's 3 games for Clayton Holzer, 1 game for Ryan Maximic. Over on the Petrolia side, number 24, Josh Bearclaw, was suspended for 2 games, and number 16, Zach Van Eck, for 3 games. So 2 of their top 3 leading scorers are out of the Petrolia lineup. And for Elora, their top goal scorer is out for the next 3 games. Petrolia has it at the line. There's a shot. Good blocker save by Colin Dunn there. This would be shot in, and Petrolia going to try and get it. Frazier, whoa, look out. He took a body check in the corner there. Frazier, one of the long-standing members of the Petrolia Squires, been here a long time, and he delivers a big body check in the corner. And puck now deep in the Petrolia end as Mateo Condotta is slow to get up after that hit from Ryan Frazier. And he'll go to the bench. Here's a blast. That's wide on the blocker side. Hamilton keeps it in, and he's upset. Condotta is really heated on the bench after that Ryan Frazier hit. So again, we'll monitor that if he does come back onto the ice and Frazier's on the ice. You know, I mean, ding, ding, ding. Cue round one, or I guess round two in this case. This is center cross, kept in by Hamilton. He's firing it to the corner where it'll be picked up by the Petrolia Squires. They're going to fire it around to the other side of Frazier. Normally he plays defenseman. It looks like with the limited bodies he's playing forward tonight. And this one's all the way back into the Elora zone now. Andrew Brubaker going to grab it for Elora. .13:04 to go here in the first. Elora leads 1-0. Goal scored from number 9, Mark McIntosh. This is fired in. Here's a chance for Castellan. Good stop by Jacob Knowles. Big check on the boards there on Jay Grant-Hose, number 72. And it's out into the neutral zone where Hamilton plays it off the boards. He's going to get it right back, though, and fired across. It's tipped in by Luke Holzer, number 18. Good friend of the show. Well, good friend of, mine. Nice guy. He's got nothing but nice things to say. Sean Launt's in there, but Petrolia gets there ahead of it. Carson Peer trying to get after it in the corner. McCormick. He's going to grab it on the boards and play it ahead, and it's an odd man rush opportunity here. There's a shot. Good save. Jacob Knowles, he gets a piece of that on the blocker side, and it's deflected out of play. Good chance there for Andrew Merritt, number 61 of Elora. What you got out of town? Still 2-0 Tavistock and 2-1 Aaron by the looks of it. We have two finals already in the books. Minto 81's defeating Elmvale 3-2 to take a 1-0 series lead in that one. Ripley defeating Durham 8-5 to take a 1-0 series lead in that one as well. Shot well wide of the glove hand, and it's out of the zone. Elora at center, big body check in the penalty box area. Hopefully it woke that kid up in the timekeeper's area there. Maybe he was sleeping. It's late, way past his bedtime. Just kidding. I'm sure it's not. I mean, it's about that time. Shot there, deflected. Knowles able to keep it out. They fight for it in the corner. Elora is going to try and gather it. They do. Launch at the line, keeps it in. He'll play it in deep. Back to get it is Wams. He'll play it up the boards. McLean in there in support, number 93, but Wams gets it. He'll fire it around the other side, but Elora keeps it in. Shot there to the middle. Good save. Knowles off the deflection, and he's been busy here in this first period. Shot there from number 15, the tip for Elora. Number 15, that's Matt Tolton. .11:15 to play here in the first with the Elora Rocks leading 1-0. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. We're at the Elora Rocks official YouTube channel. That's Elora Rocks _ OEHL. Grabbing it there is number 8. That's Ryan Barwitzki. Back to Shock at the line as tie up in front. Condotta. And this will be whistled down. And Condotta, I believe Condotta is going to get whistled here for a slash. So Elora gets whistled for a penalty, put in the Petrolia Squires on the power play here. Face off one back by the Squires. Fraser keeps it in, plays it down low. 62 Corey Pauly with it in the corner. Plays it back to the line of Fraser. He quarterbacks this power play for the Squires. There's a shot, doesn't reach Dunn. Kept in by the Squires. This is a cross. Here's a blast. Dunn makes the save. Here plays it back. Here's another blast, another save done. And he finds the rebound and he'll hang on. Kyler Keating, number 32, longtime Petrolia Squire, loading up from the blue line. There used to be 2 Keatings on Petrolia, but I believe now there is only one. Like I say, Kyler, number 32, with the blast there before the stoppage. So puck is back into the Petrolia end, and they have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in their power play. It's the first man advantage for either team in the hockey game. This will be shot in, and Petrolia will go in after it. A weird hop off the boards, centering pass off the side of the net. Back to Ben Schock, number 11. He'll play it in deep. Around the other way. It's going to come all the way to the line. There's a shot. Another glove save. Rebound still loose. Schock keeps it in. He'll play it into the corner. Now it's going to be given away, though, and Tolton's going to turn and fire it down the ice. Good chance there for the Squires, but Colin Dunn's been really locked in early here. Up the ice they come. They're in across the line just onside. And now it's played off the glass and out and down the ice. Wesley Brooks, number 10, moving really, really well out there for the Squires, excuse me. This is played across. Pierre had to stop up, almost gave the puck away, and now it's Keating with it. He's going to go around for a skate. Almost lost it and then did. And now it's all the way back in the Elora zone. Dunn out to play it away. Luke Holzer couldn't get it out as Fraser kept it in. He'll play it across. Good pass. Keating shoots off a stick and out of play. 4 seconds left in the Condata penalty. Fraser looks like he's got his hockey pants at the half-off junction, eh? There's not a whole lot left of material on that one. Number 9.
Half price.
Half price, yeah. You know, the bargain bin? One of those hockey equipment reseller events. I don't know if you remember those. They used to do them when I was a kid. I mean, I'm a lot older than you. But they used to do them where you'd go in and you'd get like hand-me-down hockey equipment, right? Basically, it'd be a good thing for obviously people couldn't always afford to buy brand new equipment. But yeah, Ryan Fraser's looks like he's been using the same pants since he was like 15, 16, I want to guess. It's impressive that they still have any material left on him. Cameron shoots it into the corner, and Jamie Collins is going to grab it. This line of Collins, Jacob Black, and Zach Cameron have just had an unbelievable season for Elora. A dedicated top line and just producers night in and night out. Cameron back to the line. This is Collins. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Scores! On the rebound, Knowles couldn't even see it as Evan Wams was basically a brick wall in front of him, and Knowles is basically throwing his hands in the air like, what do you want me to do, guys? But it's put in the back of the net, deposited in. Number 62, Ethan Broderick with the goal, and that makes it 2-0 for Elora. Nope, no power play anymore. There we go. So 2-0 here for the Elora Rocks, 7:56 left to go in period number 1. We're at the Jefferson Elora Community Center. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. We're live at the Elora Rocks official YouTube channel. Puck in the Elora Rocks zone will be picked up and played around. Castellan, he'll throw it ahead, and this is going to bound into the Petrolia zone. Ben Schock with it. He'll throw it around. He took out Luke Holzer, who took a big spill into the end boards. He's slow to get up, but he looks to be all right. Kind of an awkward go down there. So here comes Isaac McLean across the zone, goes to the middle, loses it. Back to Shock. He'll shoot. Whoa. Shock was hit as he was delivering that shot from the line, and he is slow to get up. Hit from Jason Castellan, number 10. Aaron Outlaws and Tilsonburg Thunder tied at 2 over in the South A bracket championship, the Hugh McLean Trophy. It's four teams in that bracket. Saugeen Shores and Shelburne. Saugeen Shores leading 1-0 after a win on Friday, 8-3. And then now, like I say, Aaron Outlaws 2-2 over Tilsonburg in game 1 of that best of 7 as we get a whistle here. So, and still more talking with referee here about that collision with Shock and Castellan. But like I say, Elora leading here 2-0 in what is already a chippy series where these two teams clearly hate each other. I mean, mutual respect off the ice, hatred on it. That happens a lot in senior hockey, I find. You know? Hamilton plays it across. It's going to be intercepted, though. And here comes Petrolia in across the line. Centering pass out of the reach. Frazier's got it in the corner. He's going to take a body check from Hamilton. Dunn mixing it up in front there with number 7, Blake Butler. And that one's tipped out of the play, and it'll be whistled down. Like I say, a lot of feistiness out there, I can tell. We're in for a fun evening. I mean, it could be a blowout, but it could be fun to watch. Maybe. Maybe. Butler in to take the face-off for Petrolia against Utley, and Elora's got control of it in their own end. Frazier with the check, though, as he takes his man hard into the corner as they come up the ice. In across the line. Last there off the stick of Keating as they fight for it in the corner here. Elora trying to get control of the puck, but it's out of the zone now. And back to get it is Lantz. He's going to play it across. Here comes Elora up the ice. Lantz, he gets kneed down by Wams. Butler, he gets checked by Lantz, who gets a slash in retaliation for that. Lots of stick work going on out there as Petrolia is going to take control of it in their own end. Ben Schock with it, he'll play it ahead. This is going to come to Pauly, who throws it to McLean. McLean shoots well wide, blocker side, and this is going to come out. It'll be fired across, so Pauly was ahead there at the blue line. Shot was blocked. Here's another chance for Schock. He just missed. Threw it high and wide, glove side. He had a golden opportunity to put Petrolia on the board, but threw it well wide, high and wide. Schock in the corner now, takes a hit from Jacob Black as they come together. And this will be fired out by the Rocks. Brooks plays it across. It's going to be controlled by the Squires. They're going to log a lot of minutes, those guys, tonight with that many bodies on the bench. It's going to be long nights for everyone. Cameron picks this off, goes to the backhand, can't get the shot away. Now it's going to be the Petrolia Squires coming up the ice. Brooks over to Pauly. Corey Pauly at the line. No, now it's out, and they've got to regroup. Pauly in his own end will start it forward. He'll cross center. He goes to the backhand. He's in, shoots off a stick, and out of play. Condata putting his stick in the way. 4:34 to go here in period 1, and the Elora Rocks lead it 2-0. Like I say, we'll keep you updated in the other games that are happening. When they end, we'll make sure to update you on the final scores, and we'll get you set up for games that will happen tomorrow, Sunday. And that'll be March the 1st. Hey, February comes to a close a lot faster than January did. January took forever. And I mean, show of hands how many people are ready to be done with winter. Everyone. Is that a trick question, sir? No, it is not. Petrolia going to try and bring this puck out, and they give it away. Hamilton grabs it in his own end, puts it over for Brubaker, who throws it ahead. Luke Holzer trying to get in behind the defense. Brooks plays it away from him, and it's going to come to center. Bringing it ahead now and across the line. There's a shot saved by Dunn. Back in behind the net, centering pass again. Here's another shot, and it's blocked as Elora able to get in the way of these shot attempts. Now it's Schock with it in his own end. This will be fired into the Elora zone, and they're going to touch up because it's a high stick, played with a high stick, and it'll be whistled down. 3-0 now for Tavistock. Nice. Andrew Masters, man, unreal. He's just so good. He's playing against the goalie that went 10-1 in the season. That's Alex Hutchinson at Seaforth. I knew that series would come down to the goalies, and clearly so far it has in a way. But, you know, it's more than just if a goaltender can stop pucks, it's whether the defense can play well in front of them. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but if your goalie can give you that on a nightly basis, that's a lot of the heavy lifting done. This will be shot up to Spencer McCormick. He'll shoot. It's deflected. Puts it into the middle, and Knowles was able to get a stick on that. Back to Lance at the line. He'll turn and fire. It's deflected just wide. Schock plays it around, takes a hit. Frazier shoots. Good save there by Dunn as Elora brings the puck the other way. 2:26 to go, and it's played across to Audley. He'll play it into the corner and go in after it. Man, if I was Elora, I would not want to go into the corners against these guys. They're mammoths on defense. Now we get a whistle here. A shot after the whistle as well from McIntosh, and Condotta gets tied up with Frazier again, who hit him pretty hard into the boards that he was unhappy with. And we'll get more discussions here at the blue line. Everybody up in arms over the shot that came in after the whistle. It was on the offside call. So, again, you can already tell the animosity is through the roof in this game. 2:15 to go here in period one. Elora leading 2-0. Condotta going to shoot it right in on Knowles. Keating gets it stripped from Utley. Alex Utley in behind the net, plays it to McIntosh. The net is off in behind Knowles, and it'll be whistled down. Stellar pace, though, all things considered. But Petrolia is just going to wear out with lack of bodies on the ice or on the bench. I mean, we got 3-2 Aaron. All right. We got who scored the third goal? I'd be curious about that. Like I say, that game, Aaron Outlaws Tilsonburg Thunder is
Jacob Miller.
Hey, Jacob Miller, number 7, longtime member of the Aaron Hockey Club, originally the Aaron Blitz, and now with the Aaron Outlaws. But I know I've seen him here a bunch of times for games. He must not live far from here. Centering pass there. Okay. Puck is out in the neutral zone here with 1:37 left in a 2-0 Elora lead. But yeah, Jacob Miller. Did I say that? Jacob Miller, right? Yeah. It's number 7 of Aaron with the go-ahead goal as they play right now. Aaron Outlaws and Tilsonburg Thunder. Aaron leading 3-2. Butler shoots wide, blocker side. Trying to beat Colin Dunn high to the blocker, and no luck. Pierre tried to deliver a hit and went into the stanchion. That could have been dangerous. Collins had the puck stripped away. Petrolia is going to grab it, and they're going to fire it out. And Paulie's going to come ahead with it. The 262s into the middle to McLean, who was out of his reach. Now he'll turn and fire it weakly on Dunn, who makes the save. Lance in the corner. Oh, look out. That could have been really bad. Lance it was almost better that he fell because he avoided what was a freight train coming at him. This one's down the ice. It's an icing call against the Rocks with 39.3 to go in the period. Whew. Face off here in the Elora zone, and the Rocks are going to come up with it. Collins is going to skate it to center. He'll dump it in on Knowles. He's going to hold it. Whoa. And we're going to get probably a little pushing and shoving, because why not? I mean, really, I don't think it's in the best interest of Petrolia to get involved in a fight in this game with the limited bodies they already have on the bench. That just doesn't seem smart. But then again, they probably don't care. 30.9 to go in the period. Elora leads 2-0. Mark McIntosh scoring one of the goals for the Rocks. First one. This will be fired out. Andrew Merritt, I believe, got the other. No, wait. Maybe that's not right. It's all the way down the ice. Launch back to get it. He'll take a body check, and it's deep in the zone. 8 seconds left here as they tie up on the boards, and it's going to come to the other side. Launch, and he puts it up the boards. It's down the ice, and that will do it. 20 minutes are in the books here in Elora. The Rocks leading 2-0. Andrew Rogers with you on the play-by-play. We'll be back for period 2. Stick around, everybody. OEHL playoff action, South Division action, second round, game 2. Petrolia leading in the best of 7, 1-0, but they trail 2-0 here to your home, Elora Rocks. We'll be back. skates or on skates?
I'd imagine off.
Yeah, probably.
It's 4-0 Royals.
So 4-0 Tavistock, 3-2 Aaron is our out-of-town scores currently, as we are now into second period action here in Elora at the Jefferson Elora Community Center here in Elora, Ontario, Canada. There's your out-of-town scores that is being announced by the PA announcer here in the building. This one's fired to center. Hamilton's going to fire it back to the Elora blue line. This one's sent in and it'll be picked off and it'll be sent to McIntosh. He gives the puck away, however, and it's going to be picked up by... There's a chance for... There's a big pad save by Colin Dunn of the Elora Rocks. As it'll be played into the middle here. Brooks plays it across to Ben Schock. He'll fire it in to Corey Pauly. Pierre, he's after it, number 97. Butler shoots, deflected just wide. Still early pressure here from Petrolia. Shot off the bench. Glove save, and Dunn will hold on and relieve some of the pressure that Petrolia was putting on there. Huh. Yeah, so. I imagine that it's like pretty close to them two being finals, I would imagine too. So we'll have to double check. I mean, that would be unreal if Tavistock is able to get a shutout in that first game against top-seeded Seaforth. They were an absolute wagon throughout the season in the South. Basically, the top team wire to wire, and Tavistock. I mean, they're just getting great goaltending and defense right now in these playoffs. Centering pass there comes out the other side, and Knowles was forced to get a piece of it, and Lance gets upended, and he's got a stick in his midsection as he takes it to center. Elora leading 2-0 here as we play in the second period. Puck on the boards. Petrolia going to try and get it to the middle. It's Frazier who fires it into the glove hand of Dunn, and he'll hang on with no rebound. So, wow. Lots of intriguing storylines across the OEHL. Been a great day of hockey. And like I say, Minto 81's defeating Elmville 3-2 earlier today. Take a 1-0 series lead in that best of 7. And then you had the Ripley Wolves defeating Durham 8-5 to take a 1-0 series lead. That game being played in Durham this evening as they got game 1 of the series. That shot in on Dunn, he makes the save. Petrolia going to try and keep this in. Brooks, it comes out, so Elora has some time here as Petrolia has to touch up, and on the delayed offside, in across the line they come. Merritt trying to get it, can't. Going to be fired around the other side. Off the boards to the line and out, and it'll be whistled down. So get another whistle and face-off upcoming. Puck deep in the Petrolia zone here, and shot there went off the skate of McCormick and wide. It'll be sent in by the Rocks, but Pierre's going to grab it for Petrolia. It'll be skated out here by Kyler Keating. He'll fire it in. Oh, what a shot there from pretty much center ice, and it whistled by Colin Dunn's ear. It's given away here, and Elora has a chance, and that one just fired wide as McCormick was in for that chance, and Petrolia is going to come the other way with it. McLean, he's got Pierre going to the net, saved by Dunn. Oh, it's loose, and Dunn able to get that mitt down on it and avoid catastrophe there. Face-off coming up here to the left of Colin Dunn. We're early on here in the second period. Petrolia leading in the best of 7, 1-0. Elora trying to return serve on home ice in this series. Off the one face-off. Oh, just wide glove hand side. Shot there from Derek Folkard, number 27 of Petrolia. This is Brooks. Back for it. Number 10. It'll be fired ahead and tipped in. This time by 21 Caden Babcock. It'll be fired around the boards. Castellan plays it into the middle. It's off a skate, but now it's going to come ahead. Jay Grant Hose brings it in across the line. 72. On the backhand, pressure there. Plays it back to the line. This is Hamilton. Blast it! Glove save. Knowles, and he hangs on. Good save there. He'll be whistled down, and we'll get a face-off in the Petrolia end. Laura leading 2-0. There are 5 games in the OEHL playoffs tomorrow. They get underway with an A division matchup, A bracket matchup, Saugeen Shores in Shelburne, 1:30. Saugeen Shores leading in the series, 1-0. It's a best of 7. There's a blast, good save, rebound there for the taking, and McIntosh shoots. Another glove save from Knowles, and he hangs on. So tomorrow, Saugeen Shores in Shelburne, 1:30. You have Seaforth in Tavistock. That'll be game 2 of that series. That's also a 1:30 start. Durham is in Ripley for 2:30. Minto in Elmvale for 4:30 in game 2. Ripley leading 1-0. Minto leading 1-0. And then you have Tilsonburg in Erin for game 2 of that A bracket South Conference Finals. We're going to get a penalty call here. It's going to go to Petrolia, and they're going to go to the power play once Petrolia is able to touch up, centering pass. Knowles makes a save, and it'll be whistled down just as Dunn was getting to the bench. So penalty upcoming here against Petrolia will send the Elora Rocks to the power play. And not even sure who's getting the penalty here yet. Now we're clear on that, as this penalty is going to be Isaac McLean, number 93. 18 points in the regular season for McLean, and he sits in the box for 2 or less. With the Rocks on the power play here, leading 2-0 in the second. This is one back, and it's controlled at the line. Played across to Lance. Silky smooth skating defenseman for Elora. Plays it across. Down low, off a stick, and out of play. Ethan Broderick, number 62. Really smooth skating as well on defense. Obviously, if you joined us late, Clayton Holzer and Ryan Maximic, both of them suspended. Clayton Holzer getting 3 games, Maximic 1 for the Elora Rocks after last night's game. And for the Petrolia Squires, leading scorer Josh Barraclough got 2 games, and Zach Van Eck, third leading scorer on the team, got 3 games, so 2 and 3. Good save by Knowles, that off the stick of Zach Cameron. Big save. From the line, Lance plays it across. Broderick back to Lance. Plays it down low to Cameron. Cameron has a look, gives it to Broderick. Over to Lance. Across Cameron, off the glove and just wide. It's Lucy! Oh, I thought that was stuffed in the back of the net. It hit the side. Knowles still has it, and it's played around by Elora here. No shot on net. It's to the outside, and they're going to whistle this down, and I think it's because the net is off in behind Knowles, but it's been a shooting gallery for the Elora Rocks here against Jacob Knowles, who had a really nice season. So Aaron Outlaws defeating Tilsonburg 4-2. That's a final. So they take game 1 of that best of 7 series. It's a South Conference final on the A bracket side as 4 teams battle for the Hugh McLean Trophy. Down to Utley, backhand stop by Knowles. and they whistle it down as they thought Knowles had it covered, but it was still loose, so an early whistle forces a stoppage. So 4-2 Aaron as they take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 of that series tomorrow at 7:30 in Aaron. Back to the line, it's deflected out by Petrolia, and they have 35 seconds left in the Elora power play. McIntosh plays it across, it's deflected out of the zone. As we played across, and up they come. And across the line to the outside. Elora still with it, centering pass. Oh, and McIntosh threw it high and wide. What a great pass that was, and an unbelievable setup. Boy, that was close. That was Braden Krieger, number 21, who was able to get that pass to McIntosh, who almost finished. Utley couldn't get a shot away, and Petrolia fires it down the ice. No icing, but we're back to 5-on-5 here as the penalty expires. Petrolia trying to get it in the zone. They do. It's centered. It's going to come back to the line of Keating. Shoots, save, rebound. They score! Petrolia breaks through finally. And this one is going to be number 27, Derek Folkard, who capitalizes after the Keating shot from the line, and all of a sudden a 2-0 lead is cut in half, and the Squires are on the board. It's 2-1. And cue the somber music. Holy smokes. This is enough to put me to sleep, the somber music. Clearly setting the tone because the opposing team scored. Very somber like. I don't like it. I don't like it. Stop it. Make it stop. Mommy, make it stop. Oh, man. Shot on Knowles. He makes a save. It's still loose. Elora trying to answer back with a good shift here. And it's going to be played out. Look out! Dunn's going to have to cover this, and it'll be whistled down. What a chance there as Petrolia almost got away again. Folkard looking for another as he almost got that stretch pass. So this game just got a whole whack of more interesting as with 12:40 to go, Petrolia is on the board. They won't give up, and it's a 2-1 game here. Faceoff going to be controlled by Petrolia, but it's all the way back into their own end. Brooks with it, plays it ahead, it's tipped, and they come in across the line. Shot in on Dunn, and he makes the save, forcing another offensive zone faceoff. So again, tons of players missing here from the Petrolia Squires lineup as a number of other obligations came into effect. A big absence is TJ Harris, who had 2 goals last night in game 1. The captain, number 28, he had 15 in the regular season, 22 points. Back to the line, shot there, deflected away by Dunn, and it's played to the center line where Collins is after it. They fight for it on the boards. Whoa, what a hit! Dean Seeley with the body check there on number 7. That was Blake Butler who got lit up. His stick almost ended up in the crowd. And into the middle to Collins. Collins shoots, just missing glove hand side. Cameron on the boards, can't keep it in, and Frazier's going to get it. But it went past him, and Broderick plays it back. Launch into the middle to Jacob Black. He'll turn and bring it ahead to Collins. Collins leaves for Black. Black tried to go to the backhand, was stripped away from the puck. And to the line, kept in by Broderick. Shot there. Rebound was loose, and it's going to be fired out by the Squires. This is going to be an icing call. And we'll get a face-off back in the Petrolia zone. What a hit down below us here, though. You could hear that one. You know, it's one thing, like I say, when the stick goes flying like that, you know it's a big hit. It would be funny to see it get stuck in the netting. That would be fun. Oh yeah, really old school stuff here. This is better hockey music than that somber stuff they played. Elora with control of the puck in the Petrolia end as they try and get back the goal they surrendered. As Shock plays it, whoa, out of play. That one's going to just stay there actually for the entirety of the game. It's in the netting above us. .11:08 to go in period number 2. The Elora Rocks leading the Petrolia Squires 2-1 here in game 2 of this best of 7 on the South Division second round. Petrolia leads 1-0 after a 5-3 victory in game 1 yesterday. This is played into the corner for Broderick. He'll throw it in behind the net. Here's a chance! Oh, how did that stay out? Knowles was leaning the other way and he was practically in the far corner. And he still managed to keep that out somehow, some way. Utley with it now. Trying to get away from Brooks. Took a beating in the process. Launch, shoots, deflected it on Knowles, and he makes the save, and we'll get a whistle. Holy. Everybody's just being worked over pretty good in this game, eh? A lot of stick stuff. Cross checks, slashes galore. It's crazy. Again, retro feel here. What is this, Benny Benassi? Satisfaction? Benny Benassi, right? Satisfaction?
Sure.
Okay. You're too young, I forgot. You don't measure up with us old folk, eh? Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, there you go. He doesn't know what that is either, honey. He definitely doesn't. All right. Yeah, you just saw that, right? Into the middle here as it comes back into the Petrolia zone. Kyler Keating with it, plays it ahead, and was tipped in by the goal scorer. Number 27, that was Derek Folkard. Here comes Elora in across the line. Wams picks it up, and he's going to play it into the middle. Good pass there, and now it's in across the line. Here's a shot. That one, first one, was fanned on. The second one off of Dunn's pad and out of harm's way. McIntosh drops for Utley. Utley down to McIntosh again. Oh, and no shot yet. And Utley went down, and he went right to the bench and kind of put the Rocks in a tough spot there. Folkard again, big block by Broderick. And it's going to be picked up, and now it's played ahead. Oh, Luke Holzer was trying to get in alone, and that pass failed to connect. And we have a couple of Elora Rocks in across the line, and it's definitely offside. And, man, just mass chaos out here. But anyway. Want to give a shout out to Richard McIntosh. Apparently, Richard is cousins with Mark McIntosh. He said to say, I'm proud of him, and what a great goal to get the game started. So thank you, Richard. He's watching from work. It's like, get back to work, man. I appreciate you streaming, but make sure to focus on work so nothing bad happens. I'm just saying. Just saying. I appreciate the viewership, though. Keep it on in the background or something. I'll try and keep it entertaining for you from a distance. Shock from the line, shoots. It's deflected just wide. It's going to be controlled by Petrolia here as they put in a push here as they trail by 1. They're not giving up, though, and I got to give them full credit for that with a short bench. In game 2 of this best of 7 that saw a lot of fireworks last night, so, you know, can only imagine they're pretty dog-tired already coming into the game. And now you got a short bench where you're expected to play 28 minutes. I mean, that's a tall order. Frazier, stop by Dunn, and it's cleared out by the Rocks. Castellan had to go by him, and it's all the way down the ice. And they're going to call an icing against Elora. Yeah, question to be asked in the second period. Is Andrew Masters human? No, Jordan, he's not. He's a machine, like a Terminator. It's unbelievable what he's doing. If he did get the shutout against Seaforth in that game, if that's a final, that would be his 4th shutout of the playoffs in 5 games. That's insane. That doesn't even happen in NHL. Like, It's just crazy what he's doing right now. Here's a chance for the Squires. Good save by Dunn. And it's fired out. Black is going to skate it up the ice and put it into the corner. He's going to go in there after it. Can't get there. Carson Peer is going to fire or come up with the puck. They go across center and into the Elora zone. Peer to the net. Backhand on Dunn. Stops it easily and he'll hold on. That's crazy. So... yeah, we're live on the Elora Rocks official YouTube channel, Elora Rocks _OEHL. We have 8 minutes to go in the second period. The Rocks are leading 2-1. This is a best-of-7 series in the South Division. Petrolia leads 1-0 after a 5-3 win yesterday. This is played in, and Butler's going to go after it in behind the net. He gets worked over there as there's a good battle between him and number 17, Dean Seeley. It's in the front, and whoa, look out! It was loose on the side of the net, and Dunn has a lot of traffic in front of him there. Here comes Elora down the ice the other way as they clear out the Elora zone finally. Elora's got control of the puck, though, and Collins plays it back and takes a spill. Knowles makes the save. It's still loose. Seeley keeps it in. Black's got it now. Looks to the front, but he puts it in behind the net for Cameron. Centers. Seeley shoots. It's loose. It's still loose. Knowles was down and out and managed to stay out of the net. Fired back in by Elora, and it's going to go all the way down. Wam's back to get it. He'll play it to Keating. Keating taking a hit from Tolton as they came together. Two big boys. This is fired out by the Squires, and this one's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing. Yeah, you know this one? Okay, good. If you didn't, I'd ask you to go home, young man. You should be ashamed. If you do not know this song, you are not musically inclined. All right?
You should be the moderator of this.
Oh, you... Okay. Don't mix up the songs. You can't do a one song dance to another song. Okay, fine, you can. I'll accept that. All right, all right. Yes, ma'am. Back to the line for Elora here, and it's Broderick playing it over to Lance. Traffic in front. There's a shot. Doesn't reach the net of Knowles. It's still loose in the slot, and Petrolia is going to come away with it. And it's up the boards. Butler just threw it all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call. Always entertaining, aren't we? Yeah, well, you know, it's what we do. It's what we do. Got to be in good spirits, man. Need it. Face off here to the right of Knowles. It's going to be controlled by Elora. Shot from the line there is weakly wide, and it'll be picked up by the Squires. Utley on Wams with the big hit. Now it's going to be picked up. And across the line they come. To the outside. Whoa, high stick, it right to the face. And the concern right now is for the Elora Rock player that just took that right in the chops, and that didn't look healthy at all. But Kyler Keating is going to go off here, and is it going to be 2 or 4? That's the big question. Is it a single minor or a double minor? 2 or 4. High sticking. And penalty to Kyler Keating on number 21 of Elora, Braden Krieger. And it's a 2-minute high sticking infraction. So Elora goes to the power play here. 2-1 hockey game. Elora Rocks ahead. Played back to the line. Brubaker across. Here's a shot toward the net, deflected just wide. Petrolia has certainly gotten their opportunities, but either they've hit the crossbar, missed the net, or Knowles has been in the right spot at the right time. But they've also done a nice job of getting in the way of pucks. A lot of big bodies on that defensive core. Back to the line, Brubaker across. To be kept in. Brubaker's got it again, puts it across again. Krieger shoots, just wide, glove side. Back to the line to Merritt. He plays it across to Brubaker, down low. Krieger in the middle. Oh, he was looking for Utley, who couldn't get a stick on it. put in by Merritt. Utley's got it. Looks for McIntosh, but he couldn't get him the puck. He was covered. Merritt plays it across to Brubaker. Over to Krieger. Krieger shoots. Saved by Knowles. Jacob Knowles is really holding in the Petrolia Squires and keeping them in this game. Over to Krieger. Back to the line. Battle in front there is Brooks and Utley. It's still loose as they fight for it in the slot area. And Petrolia is going to get this puck out. And McLean's going to go for a skate. He's going to try and come up with it. And him and Dunn almost came together. Again, that would have been a big-time collision there. Not to say that that would happen, but you hope that it doesn't. There's your shot, they score. And right on cue, it's Mark McIntosh after the shutout from his cousin. Puts it in the back of the net for a power play goal that gives the Rocks a 3-1 lead here with 4:28 to go in the second period. McIntosh on the power play puts the Elora Rocks back in front by 2, and they lead it now 3-1. So Rocks restore the 2-goal advantage, and McIntosh beats Knowles for his second of the night, and Elora trying to take care of business on home ice in this game too, to even this series at 1, are up by 2. Into the middle, the Pier was off his skate, and Elora is going to come back for it. It's played into the middle now as Butler picks it up for Petrolia, and he takes a whack around the penalty box area there. He'll take a number and move on. Black leaves for Collins. To the backhand, centering! Good save by Knowles. Collins again, into the middle. Shot there, kid. Another save by Knowles with the blocker. He's not giving up in this game. 3-1, they battle for it in the corner. Collins comes away with it. Shot there, Knowles with another save, and he's going to hang on. Boy, you can't fault Jacob Knowles in this hockey game, I don't believe, because I don't think a lot of the shots that have beat him he's had a chance on. But Petrolia, you know they're gassed and winded over there, and their goaltender is definitely doing a lot of heavy lifting in this hockey game. 3:37 to go, and it's a 3-1 Elora lead. There's a shot that deflected wide. I think it hit a body in front. It'll be played away and on the boards there as Elora's going to grab this puck and play it in. They have it in their own end. Launce. He'll cross center and dump it into the Petrolia end. Up the boards, Merritt couldn't get there, and it's all the way in, and McLean trying to beat the puck to the net, and he puts it off the side. Good chance there for Petrolia, but no dice. Schock has it. He'll play it across. This is Brooks into the middle. A big hit in the corner there. A lot of talking going on at the Petrolia bench with the officials as Elora comes down the ice for a chance here. Fraser's going to pick it up. He takes a body check. He goes down and he's upset. Takes an extra whack at Merritt, and shot there catches the glove arm of Dunn. Shot from the line, deflected. It's still loose, and Dunn clears the rebound. Lots of stick work going on out there. This is a combustible element in this game, as anything can happen, really. Shot there as Dunn goes down, and look out. It's chaos right now everywhere you look. Butler is still down. He just gets to his feet. He'll go into the corner. Butler tried to center. Shot there on Dunn. He makes the save. Rebound is cleared away. And Fraser takes a swing, and then he goes after Castellan, and he takes another check. It's fired in here, and Seeley and Fraser come together again. No whistle. I don't know why everyone's stopping all of a sudden. 1:25 to go in the second period as this one's fired out. And, like, there's a lot of pushing and shoving and stuff. No fighting. It's like, are you going to fight or not? You know? Sometimes you just have to ask yourself that.
So the bench is going 8.
Yeah.
Shit, because 15 got hit, got up and did the slap shot, hitting everybody on the way by.
Oh, lovely. I didn't see that, but that makes sense. It's why they'd be all up in arms about it. Played up here as Black comes in against Knowles, who plays it away. Hit along the boards was Collins. He keeps control and plays it in deep. In behind the net, it's picked up by Cameron. Back to line, Brubaker down low to Collins. We're in the final minute of the second period here with Elora leading 3-1. Centered by Black, and it's in on Knowles, and he's going to hold on as Collins went down. Gotta get them knuckle button jeans. 49.8 to go in the second period. Earlier games today, Minto defeating Elmvale 3-2 to take a 1-0 series lead in that. Best of 7. Ripley Wolves defeating Durham 8-5 to take a 1-0 series lead. Knowles will hold it. Aaron Outlaws defeating Tilsonburg 4-2 to take a 1-0 series lead on that A bracket side of things. And Tavistock's Andrew Masters with another shutout. His fourth and fifth game in 5 games, fourth in 5 playoff games. And it comes against the top-seeded C4 Centenaires to give Tavistock a 1-0 series lead in that best of 7. Just unbelievable stuff, really. And a new shutout streak has started for Andrew Masters of Tavistock. Oh, and McIntosh took a errant stick to the face. He looks to be all right. Goes undetected by the referees as Krieger picks it up in center, but it's all the way back into the Elora zone. 17 seconds left here in the period. This is played across, and this is Broderick. He'll shoot it in. Utley going in after it. He delivers a check. He gets smacked for his troubles. McIntosh and Ben Schock. As Schock went after McIntosh, he continues to feed him while he's on the ice. And for McIntosh, that's not a battle he wants. That doesn't work out well. You had to see this coming. You knew it was boiling, right? So Ben Schock he tied up with McIntosh and gave him a couple of good shots there to a defenseless Mark McIntosh, and it'll be interesting to see what the penalties are coming out of this. Oh yeah, sure. So. Well, you have 0.7 with an offensive zone faceoff. He doesn't need to be in the net. So Ben Schock, he's going to go to the dressing room now, and I don't know if that means his night's done or not. Maybe he just gets a 10-minute misconduct from all of this, but at the end of the day, McIntosh goes to the box probably for a roughing penalty of some sort. But again, not really sure what the other penalties are going to be here. So tomorrow, Sunday, March the 1st, finally into March. Thank God. I'm hoping the nicer weather's coming with that. Saugeen Shores in Shelburne, 1:30. Seaforth in Tavistock, 1:30. Durham in Ripley for 2:30. Minto at Elmvale for 4:30. And Tilsonburg and Erin at 7:30 tomorrow night. 5 games in the OEHL playoffs. I want to take a second to thank everybody for watching today, whether you live streamed the Minto Elmvale game at the Real Raji 21, or if you're tuning in here at the Elora Rocks official YouTube channel for tonight's game between the Squires and the Rocks. Either way, we appreciate you. Elora is going to play with the extra attacker here with 0.7 left on the clock. Drop the puck, and that will do it. And we get more pushing and shoving, and now Lance, he took a chop to the face, and And yep, so that's awesome. Of course, that had to happen with less than 0.7 left. Caden Babcock getting the stick up high on Sean Lance, and again, they'll sort that all out, but we're at the end of the period. 3-1 Elora into the second intermission. Once they sort all this out, we'll be back for period 3. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be here, of course, as always, and we'll see you for the start of the third in a little while. Stick around, everyone. All right, everybody, welcome back into the JECC here in Elora, Ontario, Canada. We've had some developments here as Caden Babcock, number 21, was assessed a 5-minute major in a game misconduct for what was a cross-check at the end of the second period. And it's been constant, non-stop conversations by the Petrolia Squires bench here. And just trying to sort everything out here. And now there are 3 members in the Petrolia Squires. 3 members of the Petrolia Squires in the penalty box area. At some point, there are going to be more Squires in the penalty box than there are on the bench. I never thought I'd ever say that in a hockey game. As Lance picks it up, he's going to skate it across the zone and bring it in. So it's a extended power play here as there's a 5-minute major on the board and also a 2-minute minor as it's in behind the net in a centering pass. Back to line blast from Elora, and Knowles makes the save. Just a shooting clinic at this point for Elora here on this man advantage. In deep, backhand stop by Knowles. There's a shot, and Knowles makes the save, and yep. Oh, man. You feel for a guy like that in this situation, you know? Like, he's just a helpless guy back there, really. I mean, yeah, the teammates give him a love tap, and you know what? You should be tapping his pads every chance you get for a guy that's doing his best to try and keep this a respectable score. And Pierre is going to come up and try and get in short-handed. Oh, he just missed. And a big collision to the end boards there as Merritt went into the end boards heavily. But what speed from Carson Pierre as Tolton gets bodied. And it's going to be fired to the line. No further. Brubaker shoots. It's deflected just wide. Excuse me, head contact they called. I thought it was a cross-check delivered to the face of Lance, but they call it head contact. I guess you could make that argument. Sent in and, whoa, deflected away. Tried to bat it in midair. That was Krieger, and he couldn't get a hold of it. I mean, you can make baseball references. We are in preseason. You know, it's a single up the middle. Broderick plays it in. It's tipped there as Frazier tries to keep him to the outside. Frazier and Krieger coming together there as Frazier battles his man, and we have a penalty that's about to expire. Here's a blast. That goes wide. So it's a 5-on-4 now here as Petrolia continues to kill this off. Another save, and it's cleared out by the Squires. Holy. I mean, if they're able to kill this off, what a momentum switch that could turn into. It's only 3-1. I mean, it's not like it's 6-1. That'd be a whole different story right now. We'd be having a different conversation. Jacob Black with the puck, backhands it to Lance at the line. Over across, here's a blast. Knowles with the save. Corrals the rebound. It makes it, yeah, shots. That sounds about right. That sounds fitting, doesn't it? I'd be really curious as to what the actual shot total is, though. Because I'll guarantee you the young man in the timekeeper's area is not keeping an accurate shot count on game sheet. Puck in the Petrolia end as Elora continues on this major power play that they have. Another 2 minutes and 16 seconds of it. It's across. Knowles with the save. It's deflected out. Collins corrals it and plays it to Lance. Lance into the middle. It's across. Cameron doesn't shoot. Now it's a shot. And Knowles able to make that save also. And he hangs on. It's one of my favorite songs. Paul Simon. You can call me Al. It's a good one. Can appreciate that. 2:02 left in this power play for Elora. And the thing about this too is that because it's a major penalty, they could essentially score as many times as they want on this 2:02 left. So we'll see what happens, but that's something to keep in mind here. And again, more stuff to be figured out at the Petrolia bench area here. Not really sure what they're figuring out, but it's a lot of game time that is being wasted here with all these conversations at the bench. This game's already going to go late enough, you know what I mean? We don't need to make it any later than it is. By the way, did you know last night in the junior hockey circuit, a game took place in Wingham between the Hanover Barons and the Wingham Ironmen. It did not finish until 1:30 a.m. in the 5th overtime when Hanover won 5-4. The game started at 8. It ended at 1:30. 5 overtimes it went. One of my coworkers is Derek Hartley. He plays for Hanover Barons, goaltender. Hanover, of course, had that magical run there last year as they were champions of whatever the PGHL championship is, Schmaltz or something or other. But I know there's Pollock and Schmaltz and different things. I think Sutherland is Junior B or GOHL or whatever it's called. Yeah, exactly. So center cross, what a save from Knowles! And the net came off the moorings after Knowles sprawled across to make the save on Cameron, former Elmira Sugar King, Zach Cameron.
Shots were 87-65.
Okay, so there we go. We got the box score here. Hanover Barons winning in the 5th overtime, 5-4 over the Ironmen. Shots 87-65 in favor of Hanover. Derek Hartley, 61 of 65 in the net. And Colin Gibbings, 82 of 87. Holy, what a game that must have been. Huh. And I was told too, oh my God. Yeah, no, that's silly. That's like any Delhi Flames games this year. But I was told that there was a referee who refereed that game last night in Wingham between the Barons and the Ironmen, and then he was in Durham today for Durham Ripley. And it was like, man, you got anything left in the tank, buddy? Like, I don't think so. But he must have had his hands full too, considering Ripley wins 8-5 in that first game. And that one's off the skate of McIntosh, and it caroms out of the zone. 40 seconds left here, and Elora hasn't scored on this major man advantage. They've been on the power play for the entire period thus far. And Krieger plays to the line to Brubaker. He'll shoot. It's deflected away. McIntosh centers, but it's out of the reach. Krieger again with 22 left. He's got it. He'll play it down low. This is McIntosh in the corner. McIntosh to Krieger. Krieger turns, puts it in behind the net now for Utley. Utley looking for McIntosh, couldn't get it there, and it'll be played away by Petrolia. That's a huge kill. And you know what? If Petrolia is going to come back in this game, mark that down. Elora had a chance. They had them by their throats and just unable to capitalize. What a save from Dunn. Rebound is blocked. Oh, and Peer gets knocked down. And a penalty's upcoming against the Rocks here, and it'll send the Squires to the power play. Shot stopped by Dunn. It's in the corner. Petrolia with the extra attacker as Knowles went to the bench, and this is going to be caromed out. Fraser's going to have to come back for it. Man, oh man, what a turn of events here. Delayed penalty. There's an extra attacker on for Petrolia, and they start from their own end after just killing off a ton of penalty minutes to start this third period. Cameron trying to get after Fraser, who continues to hold the puck. Now it's into the middle. A little bit of chaos there, but here's Fraser, 4-on-2 up the ice. Fraser, oh, what a move! Stop by Dunn, what a save! And we finally get the penalty call that was on delay for about a minute and a half, it felt like. But what a move from Fraser. Man, that's like stick handling your way out of a phone booth. That's impressive stick work right there. And not of the kind that we've seen most of the night. I mean, that's a different kind of stick work. You know, pushing, shoving, shenanigans. Power play here for the Petrolia Squires as they have an offensive zone faceoff here. And Elora leads 3-1 for now. Played in. Pauly on the boards. Trying to control and set up to the outside. Keating. Blast! Oh, off the body. What a block from Tolton. He puts his body on the line to stop that one. And now he's going to go after the puck. Luke Holzer up there on the penalty kill with Tolton. Now it's Ben Schock, who remains in the game after that incident in the second period there against McIntosh, where he took him in on the boards there. He only got a double minor out of that. Oh man, can you imagine if that would have went in? Knowles stops it there a little bit precariously. That all it needs to do is take a skip over his stick and it's in the back of the net. That'd be crazy. And they probably award the goal to Colin Dunn. I've seen it done. Haha, sorry. That was bad. Really lame. That was just teed up to me, so. This is sent ahead. Butler in across the line, plays it around the boards. It's going to be picked up by Broderick. They'll fire it down, and he took a high hit from Frazier. Nice. Elora bench motioning an elbow by Frazier to Broderick. And here comes Frazier up the ice. He'll be putting it around to the other side, and they fight for it on the boards. Elora's going to gain control and try and bring this puck out. Up ahead is Krieger. Pauly on him. 23 seconds left of power play time for the Squires here. Frazier's got it, and he'll bring it up the ice. Plays it across. Oh, look out. Tipped away by Jay Grant Hose, and it'll be whistled down. 14 left in the power play. 12-11 in the period. I love this song. Speaking of baseball references, the band is called The Outfield. I'm not joking. I'm being serious about that. I just thought it was funny, you know. Baseball, The Outfield. Nice when things work together. This is sent back, and it'll be thrown across, and Schock picks it up. He'll play it across. Good pass. And across the line. Blocked there. Still loose in the Elora zone as they play it to the far side. Schock is going to keep it in at the line. He'll play it down low. Sends to the line. Kept in, but now it's out. Wams has it at center. Gives to Frazier, who had it knocked off his stick. Him and McIntosh come together. And McIntosh and Frazier, a little stick work. I said to somebody down there, I was like, this is like watching Medieval Times. Do you remember that? Medieval Times? You ever been? It's so awesome. But that's what this game is like. Oh, it's so great. And so barbaric. But it's awesome. It really is a one in a kind opportunity and experience. It really is. It's so much fun. They really make it a big spectacle. Medieval Times, shameless plug, not like they care. Nobody from there is watching. But hey, little Medieval Times promotion. He's in across the line. Fanned on by Tolton as he got that centering pass. Up the ice they come the other way, Petrolia. There's a shot on Dunn. He makes a save. It's up in the air, and Elora's going to gather it. Tolton on the boards, gave it away. Pauly took it from him. Centering pass. Pierce shoots just wide, blocker side. And the net, I believe, is off in behind Dunn. And they whistle it down. This is sent across, and Jacob Black in after it. He gives it away. Elora picks it up. There's a shot just wide on the glove hand side. Played into the Petrolia zone. We're at 10:46 to go. Elora continuing to lead 3-1 here. Condata plays it ahead. It's intercepted though by Petrolia. Fired up and McLean and Black come together. It's in the feet. Here comes Petrolia, shot just wide on the glove hand side. And Dunn's going to have to gather it there. It's funny in hockey when it comes to sloppy play. You got to be real careful with how much you do that because a lot of mistakes can easily end up in the back of your net. This is a second place Petrolia Squires team that was very good this season. They'll make you pay if you make any mistakes. Doesn't matter how few, but the idea is to not make as many as the opponent. And the sloppier you get as the game goes on, gives the opportunity for Petrolia to get back in this game. Shock at the line, shoots. Oh, that one didn't miss by much on the blocker side. Here comes Krieger, leaves for McIntosh. Across alley, stopped by Knowles, good save. Jacob Knowles has been a big story in this game as he's kept the Squires in it. Pauly in his own end, trying to get away from Utley. Now to be played across. Shock has it, he'll play it ahead. Pierce shoots it in, or tipped it in on Dunn. He almost got his head leveled by Dean Seeley. Little freight train action there. 9:50 to go in the third. Elora leading 3-1. This is game 2 of this series, best of 7. Petrolia leading 1-0 after a 5-3 win yesterday. A game in which there were 4 suspensions. Clayton Holzer, number 19 of Elora, suspended 3 games. And Ryan Maximic, number 88, suspended for 1. Over on the Petrolia side, it was Josh Barraclough, who was suspended for 2, and Zach Van Eck, that was suspended for 3. So, we'll see if anything happens to come out of this as the game wears on. 9:26 to go. There were fights at the end of the game last night, so it's a wonder if we're going to see fireworks at the conclusion of this one as the referee goes down in the corner. He's slow to get up after that mix-up.
Just like dominoes.
Played in by Elora here deep in the Petrolia zone. So they're going to fire it around the boards. Frazier's going to grab it. He'll put it ahead. McLean has space to the outside. No shot yet. Tried to play it into the middle and it was turned away by Elora. Here they come up the ice. Over to Tolton. He'll shoot. Saved by Knowles. Big hit there by Wams. And now Shock, and he's going to go after the first man he sees, and they go down to the ice. Shock is going to be thrown out of the game, I believe, for the hit on Tolton and behind the net, if he's not already. And he picked up McCormick after that, and they got into a tussle. So, again, the big question here is going to be what the penalties are here. If it's McCormick and Shock for fighting, then McCormick would have his night be done. If they call it roughing on either side, McCormick can stay in the game. But Shock is probably done after the hit, so...
And he dropped his gloves.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. So... yeah, I guess that's the question here, is what the status of Spencer McCormick's going to be.
Enough 3D they got?
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the discussion right now, is the availability of McCormick and whether or not they're going to call this a fighting major. Because if it's a fighting major, he's done. He's got to go to the... It's a game misconduct, so... Looks like that's going to be the way of the word here. 8:37 to go. That's a tough break for McCormick because he came in after the hit and was just basically picked on or picked up or whatever for a fight that he probably didn't even want, really. I mean, I think he was coming to the aid of his teammate and just happened to get into a scrap. And, I mean, that's where we're at, I think, with that. But the question, I think, here is there original penalty? Because Shock was getting the penalty already before the fight. Was he not? I think that's the way that was going down. So how is there not a minor penalty for Petrolia? There it is. So there is one. Okay, good. But they have to put somebody in the penalty box, though. What they should do is put the backup goalie in it. Then again, maybe they have a rule set in stone that says it has to be a player. Because he's got to come out of the box after the penalty's over, right? You know what I mean, though? I had the power play up for Petrolia for a long time there. I apologize for that, folks. But now it's an Elora power play here with 8:37 to go, and they lead by 2. So, yeah, been a little wacky of a game here tonight. Certainly exciting. As Elora has a power play here, as they have done for the most part in this period, as Knowles makes the save and it's cleared out by the Squires. Elora's got to come back in their own end to pick it up here and start away on this power play. Launce plays it back. Broderick into the middle for Cameron. He skates into the Elora zone and throws it around the boards. Jacob Black on the boards there. He's pinched off and it's played in. Now it's played back to Launce at the line. No shot yet as they're to the outside. Now it's going to come to Cameron. He had to skate after it. Black in behind the net, picks it up. Jacob Black, number 55, back to the line. Broderick over to Black. Black down low to Collins. This top line for Elora goes to work on this power play. Power play 1. Back to Broderick. Plays it over. Cameron. Down low. Black couldn't handle it cleanly, and he'll have to play behind the net. Launce to Broderick. Shoots. Good save by Jacob Knowles. And Elora continues to pressure. 46 seconds left of power play time. It's across to Collins. Good pass. Oh, and it's in. That one finished by Cameron. I think the initial shot was in. They put it in on the rebound for good measure. And I think this one's going to go to Cameron. That's a power play goal, and it makes it 4-1 Elora here in the third period. I have no idea what that is. That was really annoying. Whatever it was. Oh, yeah, okay, great. Please let us not hear that again. I could do without. Sure does. So, Elora with a power play goal from Zach Cameron. Is it a 4-1? Yeah, it's 4-1, right? So that's not up on the board yet, but that is the score.
2 minutes cross-checking and 5 minutes of fighting. Number 13, Elora, special requirement, 5 minutes of fighting. 11:22.
This is sent in front, and it'll be all the way down the ice and back into the Elora Rock Zone. We have a 4-1 game here in Elora. Zach Cameron with the power play goal that stretches the Rocks lead as Holzer brings it up the ice. Luke Holzer, he tries to get in for a shot, couldn't. And he takes an elbow from Brooks, and they continue to talk up the ice. Fraser shoots, he gets knocked down, and here come the Rocks the other way. Andrew Merritt, number 61, ahead to Tolton. Shoots, just missed on the blocker side, and it's out into the neutral zone. 6:16 to go, and well, lots could still happen in this game. If last night was any indication of how this series is going to play out, you don't want to go anywhere here. Kyler Keating plays it across. Dean Seeley going to pick it up and play it ahead to Krieger. He tips it in, he'll go in after it. Played by Butler, he'll put it to the open side, and he'll go and skate after it, he'll get it. Butler trying to get a shot, he goes to the outside. In behind the net, they battle for it up to the point, but it's out of the zone and all the way down the ice. Wams, he gets hit. Gives the puck away to Condata, and he'll throw it across. And across the line is McIntosh to Utley. Had it stripped away, and Petrolia's got it now, and they're going to play it across. Paulie couldn't receive that pass, but he's got it now. They'll cross center and head towards the Elora blue line. Tried to play it to Pierre, couldn't get it to him, and it'll be played away. Elora shoots it into the neutral zone. Back to Butler. He'll play it to Keating. He's going to go for a skate. Crosses center and fires it off the blocker hand of Dunn. Keating gets it back, throws it in on Dunn again. Couple of 180 footers. This one's fired across the ice, and Seeley's going to fire it in, or excuse me, Grant Hose fires it in. Down to 4:36 to go now here. Rocks leading 4-1. Frazier into the middle, good pass, but McLean couldn't corral it. It was a 2-on-1 if he did cleanly. Frazier in the corner with it, plays it out. It's going to come out of the zone. Frustrating night for the Petrolia Squires after a nice clean win, 5-3 in game 1. And Elora doing the best that they can here on home ice with a 4-1 lead currently as Dunn gloves it and drops it down for Lance. Trying to get this game cleaned up quickly here with 3:56 to go in the third. Off the boards. Lance gets hit by Frazier, and here comes McLean up the ice as Lance and him go down to the ice. They get tangled up. McLean loses his helmet. He's got to go to the bench. Oh, and he gets a lot of hair jokes on the way. Why not? I mean, it's not his fault, okay? It's what happens when you get old. I'm not going to repeat anything that's said on the ice. I can't. They'll cancel me. Black with the puck plays it up. Oh, he almost took off Cameron's head. Give him a smile on the way back. Yeah, you tell him, Zach. It's like, hey, man, I'm your teammate. What are you doing? Putting it by my earlobe. That's it. Knowles going to the bench for the extra attacker. 3:08 to go in a 4-1 game. And timeout, Petrolia. So they're going to talk it over. She's awesome, right? They don't make them like her anymore. Believe me.
My mother calls me unique.
I call her an enigma. All right, well, we have a second here, too. We can tell you about this series and what we know. So last night's game 1 in Petrolia, Squires winning 5-3. And so far in this game, 4-1, Elora leading. Could be a 1-1 game, 1-1 series after 2. And the next game in this series takes place here Friday, March the 6th, 8:30, here at the Jefferson Elora Community Center. And then you have back-to-back games in Petrolia. First of those, Game 4, Sunday, March 8th, 7:30 in Petrolia. And then Game 5, Friday, March the 13th. So another Friday the 13th. That's awesome. And that's in Petrolia for Game 5, which is looking more and more likely depending on this result. With the Elora win, Game 5 is necessary. So this will be sent to Collins. He has the empty net, and he'll put it ahead to Cameron. He won't be able to get there, though, and Brooks plays it to the corner. Brooks has it again. He'll look to the other side, and it's off skate. Oh, almost to the empty net, but Brooks picks it away, and 2:35 now to go in the third period. Across here, and that's off the skate of Pierre and back into his own end. Been that kind of a night for Petrolia. Keating puts it across Pauly. He's upset at Hamilton, who tried to put a hit on him, and Petrolia with the extra attacker out here, and Keating puts it toward the net, done with the save, and he deflects it away. Frazier back to the line. Brooks shoots. Done another save, and he'll drop it, and Condotta and Pauly getting tied up in front. And that one's right into the net. It's an empty net goal for the Elora Rocks, and that makes our score 5-1 here. Who scored that? Cameron? So Cameron into the empty net.
Microphone too.
Oh my God. Excellent. So 5-1 after the empty netter, and that'll probably be the final bow on the scoring for the evening. Now it's just a matter of what other shenanigans we see prior to the buzzer going off at the end of the third. But Cameron with the empty netter and makes it 5-1, and it looks like this series is going to be evened up at a game apiece after the first two of this best of seven. That looks to be pretty juicy the rest of the way if the first two games are any indication. Matchup of 2-seeded Petrolia and 3-seeded Elora in the South Division. The winner of this series gets the winner of Tavistock and Seaforth, and right now it's the Andrew Masters show in Tavistock as he has 4 shutouts in 5 games, as that one deflects in on Knowles, and he is able to keep that one out with 1:16 to go. Again, you have powerhouses on both sides in the South and the North Division in this JF Paxton bracket. The Minto 81s, the 2-time Paxton Trophy winners, back-to-back champs, looking for a 3rd consecutive title. They defeated the Elmville Harvesters in Game 1 of their best of 7, 3-2 earlier today. And then you had Ripley defending their top seed against the 4th-seeded Durham Thundercats. They were on the road today and won 8-5. Garrett Mears with the hat trick for Ripley, the Ripley captain. And Ripley takes a 1-0 series lead. Dunn makes the save there, and we're in the final minute as there's another hit on Condotta, and it'll be whistled down here. Dunn gets an assist on the empty netter. Nice. You know, got to give all credit to him. He's had a tremendous year. Played really well. He's been around a long time, too. Long time Elora Rock. .9 left in the third period here with a face-off in the Elora zone. Condotta with the puck. He'll play it up the boards. It'll come out and into the neutral zone. McLean back to Brooks. He'll play it ahead. It's going to be Wams with it. He'll skate it across center, dump it in. He'll go in after it. Condotta there as they go to the boards. Elora going to pick it up and they'll skate it out. Wams with the check on Merritt. It's in the Petrolia zone here as Tolton. A little bit of stick work from McLean. 17 left, and again, you wonder if it's going to be calm, and as I say that happens. And now we get another tilt here. Wams going after, I didn't see who was on the receiving end of that. That would be Andrew Merritt. I was thinking we were going to get a calm ending, and then I spoke too soon.
Jinxed it.
I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying that's what happened. Basically. I have no idea what's happening right now. No. I'm not even gonna get in the neighborhood or into the like. I'm not trying to mouth anything. Like I can't, you know. I have no idea what's happening down there though.
The fans are going after the goal.
Fantastic. Yeah, no idea.
Oh, they called the game.
Well, all right. Run the rest of the clock out after all that, and that'll do it. That's one of the most unconventional ways to end a hockey game, but at the end of the day, 60 minutes in the books, and we have a 1-1 series. Elora defeats Petrolia by a score of 5-1, and they tied this series at a game apiece. Andrew Rogers signing off from Elora. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.